God, my mood is lifting so much. Thank you, gang. Welcome to Turnabout Breakdown, a podcast that is saving me. I love it. You should listen.
Yeah.
I think
Come
we all
check us
opened
out.
Devon's notes. Come check us out. I think we all opened Devon's notes this week and we're like, oh, yay, Devon's so happy.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
Tanda
joyous.
to my special interest.
Why is there a Nyan cat on my page?
What?
I don't see the problem.
That's a great question. Where? What?
The user looking at my page is an anonymous Nyan cat.
That must be me, because I'm on your notes.
I can do that? Is that allowed?
Is that allowed?
Is that allowed?
Oh, now there's
Oh
an
my
anonymous
God.
hamster.
That's me. Hi.
I can't see me. I must be the Nyan cat, which is...
I
not
think you
something
are the
to
Nyan
say.
cat. Is that okay?
I'm okay with it. I'm surprised, but I'm okay with it.
We need to get in touch with Hatsune Miku and ask if it's okay.
Oh my God, please.
Can we have Hatsune Miku on the podcast, Jay?
Please.
Please!
If you can figure that out, then yeah, absolutely. I'm sure she has some great opinions about Ace Attorney.
There's gotta be a
Are you kidding? Hatsune
voice
Miku is one of the
generator
world's biggest Fujoshis in the world. I'm pretty sure there are multiple Hatsune Miku songs that are just about being a Fujoshi. And I'm not even talking about... I'm talking about, like, main channel.
Alright, let's check my emails
are
really
we?
quick.
My name's
Who
Devon.
are
You
we?
can find me on the internet. Algie
We
does.
haven't started
Algie
yet, have
does.
we?
Yeah, I introduced the show.
Devon did the introduction, Hera!
We can reintroduce. I'm happy with letting that one go. It's okay. The audience are gonna find out that I'm really happy soon, so I don't need to. I don't need to do a bit to introduce that.
Alright, Hera, you're up then.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Shuffling
Do
my
your
papers.
bit.
I don't have a
Brow
bit.
visibly sweating.
My bit is the show introduction. Welcome to Turnabout
Just do it.
Breakdown.
I'm so sorry, Harry. Go on. I'm so sorry. I'm shutting my mouth and not opening it again.
I think it's back to Devon now, actually.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
It's like a rally.
You
I'm not talking.
ruined my intro. It's gone.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
Welcome to Turnabout Breakdown, a show about gay lawyers and us experiencing them. I don't remember what the intro usually is. Welcome, this is my intro. I could do anything. I have so much power right now.
I can do anything.
I love that for you, Hera.
Yeah, that's
And I'm going to use
awesome.
this infinite power to introduce myself and the other people on this show. My
Oh, cool. I leave it
is
all
it
in your capable
co-hosts?
hands.
Even though we're all co-hosts, right? I'm not the host.
You could be
Even
the
though
host if you
Well,
want.
today you're the host.
I don't want to be the host. That's too much responsibility.
Okay, we're all co-hosting.
Yes. Okay.
This is a
I'm introducing the
non-hierarchical
4
podcast.
co-hosts of this show, of which I am one of them. I am Hera. You can find me online at Hera Chimera. Who knows where I am? I'm look,
Where am
I do a post on Blue Sky every now and again. I don't know if anyone is actually using that platform. Every follower I get has like 15,000 people that they're following. They're not going to see my post. Anyway, that's me. But what is this energy I'm bringing today?
I
Hey,
love it,
you
Hera.
said
Go
you were
on.
going to do
This is
the
like-
intro
this is like
and then
my-
introduce everyone else.
I welcome my first stand-up set. You
You're
play
doing
those tiny
great, hon. You're doing
investigations?
great.
What's the deal with that?
What is the
Oh my
deal?
god, right?
They say you can walk now.
Surely not.
Alright, everyone else is going to introduce themselves in the order of the call. We're going to start with Devon.
Hello, I'm I'm Devon, and my favourite thing about this podcast is when I listen to old episodes and I promise I'm going to do something with my online presence, and then I realise I haven't done that. So you can find me on Instagram at algae_dust, and probably nothing will have changed the next time I listen to this podcast. But I do draw things, and if you want to see those things, they're over there. Yeah, over to Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. You can find me on the internet at jmcostello. I'm writing and/or editing things. Who knows?
Hi, it's Jay from the Editing Bay here. If I sound like I recorded this episode and the next episode from the bottom of a well, it's because I did. Mind your business. Actually, I was traveling last month, but I am at home now, so I just wanted to let you know things will be back to normal soon.
Usually one of those.
Usually one of those.
Hi, I'm Ro. I'm the fourth one.
Yay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, I got a
Oh,
recommending bit, right? Well, what am I recommending this week? Check out Big Top Burger on YouTube.
That is pretty good. I also
pretty good.
can recommend that on my side. I need to find a website because there was a website I wanted to recommend and now I can't find what the website's called. But it's a website with a bunch of images on it. Someone else go. I need to find my images website.
I don't have anything to recommend. I've been digging a big hole in the ground for the last week. That's basically it.
Do you recommend
Do you not
it?
recommend digging a big hole? Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend that. I recommend the video game Peak that I've been playing with 2 out of the 3 other co-hosts on this.
Woo! We love peak gaming. We love friend slop.
We've all made it to the peak. I've definitely made it to the peak. Don't even worry about it.
By the time this episode comes out, that will be true.
I don't know if that's true because it's probably going to come out
Yes.
like right after I get back from Ireland.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna get you there, Jay. As soon as you get back, we're gonna be like, hey, log the fuck on and
Yeah.
log the fuck in.
I'll try.
I'm not going to recommend something, but I am going to say something I'm excited about. Because that's basically the same thing. Except I can't recommend this specific thing. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm getting some parachute pants, guys. I'm really excited. I'm going to look like a
Fuck
Pokemon
yeah,
trainer.
Devin.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so ready!
I have so many people I've tried recommend getting like more out there with their outfits, and the number of times I've recommended to people in real life to get parachute pants is more than one. And every single time people think it's a joke, and I have to be like, I am dead fucking serious. You would look so good in parachute pants.
I'm so excited. I'm going to look like a ground type trainer from Pokemon.
Ha!
I'm sending it
Yeah!
to our chat. They're really good. I have spent years wearing the same kind of trousers, which is kind of officey looking trousers with a tie belt, and it's no longer going to be the case. I'm going to wear fun trousers.
Nice. Those are really nice. I like them.
I'm a ground type Pokemon trainer now.
Hell yeah. What's your, main Pokemon gonna be?
Ooh. Actually, can I just change it to a rock type Pokemon trainer and it be Tyranitar? Because I love my triangle.
Yeah, sure.
I love giant triangle.
I'll give you one guess as to what trainer type I would be.
Bro, is it Bug?
It might be Bug.
Hell yeah.
There is a very Kapoka could have possibly be Bug type training. I don't know what any Pokemon are, but I'm sure there's a Bug one that's pretty cool.
At least one.
People like Heracross, right?
Yeah, Heracross.
I don't like it when Harris cross. It makes me
Yeah,
sad.
nice.
It's okay.
People like Hera Happy.
It's literally never happened, yeah.
People like Hera Nice.
Very nice.
My recommendation, I'm actually going to do a 2-part recommendation now that I'm thinking about it. My first recommendation is to, if there's ever been something that you've wanted to do for a really long time, but you feel like you can't devote the time for it, just say fuck it and do it anyway, and just see how you get on with that.
Hell yeah.
Because I've been, learning how to draw again for the first time in literally about 15 years. And it's been really, really, really fun. And, I feel like I've been doing pretty well, all things considered, and
You've
it's been a
doing
really good experience.
Fucking amazing.
She's really good at it.
Thank you, Devin.
I'm screaming at how much progress you've made so quickly, and that's on record. That's for the audience to know. Ro is fucking killing it. I'm so happy for her.
Thank you. And then the other thing I want to recommend is a website called cooltext.com.
Ooh. Oh. I'm Googling something. Dead quick.
If you ever miss the era of default text fonts being like 2006 Windows Word document, like 3D art, go to cooltext.com and look at all the fun fonts that they have.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I really like the one they've got on there called Ozone. That one looks like a fruit gummy that tastes like atmosphere.
That's really good. I really like Dark Magic. It's extremely silly. It's extremely good.
Alright, today we have to talk about a new video game. My voice is dying.
A brand new video game.
That was quick. Brand new video game just came out.
It's called Ace Attorney Investigations. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it a little bit.
Oh boy, have I heard of it.
So what I heard about this game, right, was because every video game I've ever played up to this point has been 2D. And I was like, yeah, that's normal. That's that because video games, it's on a flat screen, which is only one.
Right.
It's like there are only 2Ds it can have, and they're telling me that this new one is 3D. What does that even mean in the realm of video games?
Impossible.
It means you can walk around.
You can walk around. You can see
I can
tiny
do that in
avatar
the
of
other
yourself.
one.
Like yourself. I mean, Miles Edgeworth. You can watch yourself pick up evidence.
Well, it's an abstraction in the previous games, right? You just say where you want to go and then you're there, like magic. And
That's because Phoenix
it's
knew
disconcerting
magic.
and it's scary, and I don't like it. And I hope I never have to do it again.
Uh-oh.
I like to think it's because Phoenix is so unobservant that as he travels from place to place, he literally does not pay attention to anything around him, and that's why you just seem to insta-travel.
Yeah. Whereas in this one, it's very important to be able to walk outside your office and then walk back inside it again.
Oh. Oh.
And you do have to do that a lot.
Oh, gang.
And Devin likes it a bit.
I'm fine. The thing is, right, is little teenage me being like, my favourite character in the world is Miles Edgeworth, and then they made a game all about him, and just the unbridled joy that brings me is unprecedented, and I will defend every single aspect of this game to the death. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because I'm very happy. It's great. I'm fine.
This is permissible.
Shall I read out a summary of the first case?
Please.
Okay, I'm fine. Case 1 of Ace Attorney Investigations opens with a murder taking place in Miles Edgeworth's office. The murderer says he will do anything to get a guilty verdict before shooting the victim. When Edgeworth walks into the crime scene, he's immediately held at gunpoint by an unknown assailant and says he won't allow anyone to get away with murder in his office. Shortly afterwards, Edgeworth and Gumshoe investigate the crime scene, discovering the name of the victim, Buddy Faith, a detective. They also encountered Jacques Portsman, prosecutor and Buddy's partner. In a series of arguments and rebuttals, Portsman accuses first Edgeworth, then Gumshoe, then security guard Maggie Bird of the murder, as the murderer had to have a key to get into the room. He then says he's taking over the investigation as we're all too implicated in the murder to be able to do it ourselves. Instead, we investigate the corridor and gather evidence that shows that Maggie was tricked into letting Jacques into Edgeworth's office, indicating him as the killer. He argues back, saying he has an alibi for the time that Edgeworth met the assailant, and in a blistering display of logic, Edgeworth concludes that the person who held a gun to his back was a separate person, committing an altogether separate crime. We prove that Jacques committed the murder, as he has a videotape on his person that has Buddy's blood on it. Ultimately, it's determined that theft was the goal of both incidents. Portsman had been trying to steal something from Edgeworth's office, and Buddy Faith had intervened at the cost of his life. In both instances, it's not clear what the motive of the theft was. Finally, the case resolves with a forensics officer saying they found a calling card in the office. It is of the Yatagarasu, a great thief who exposes corruption. Edgeworth insinuates he shouldn't be surprised given the events of the last few days. ...
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot everything that happened until I read the Wikipedia summary on it. And that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to start with a compliment sandwich.
Yay!
Really
I feel like
good
I'm at a
music
performance
in
review.
this game. The menu music is really good. There's a lot of just a really, like, great new music tracks. There is at least one returning track also. I believe it's the Tension theme returns.
Yeah. So good.
Really cool. I think we're at an all-time low on the names. Like, they're just not trying anymore. Buddy, Faith, and Jack Sportsman it's nothing. It doesn't do anything. It's not clever.
It's really funny that you literally called him Jack Sportsman, even though that's not his name.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, they're really bad this time. Maybe it's just because it's the first
I really
case.
like the new mechanics.
Hera loves logic.
There's some new mechanics and things.
I'm a big... First of all, I'm a big logic girly. And two, I'm a big new mechanics girly.
We know this.
It's both very true.
So I had a lot of fun doing this.
Hera, just you wait until Investigation 2.
Oh.
I love knowing things.
The levels of facts and logic are going to be unprecedented.
There is I've seen exactly one screenshot from this game, and I'm pretty sure it's of the final case, and it's going to be hanging over me like the sword of Damocles, like the entire time we're doing this game, and it's very funny.
I really hope it's
that in,
actually
like, 8 episodes.
completely inconsequential.
Oh, I'm so intrigued, and I think I have my suspicions of what the screenshot is, but I'm so intrigued.
It's a screenshot of Edgeworth
I'll
getting
give you a
stabbed.
fun little clue. I saw it before I started playing the second Ace Attorney game.
Oh.
Alright. Masa's words cannot catch a break.
Allowed to.
This takes place presumably after he finds a body in his car in the car park of this building. He comes back from Europe, and there's a body in his office. I think, I don't know if I would leave the profession, but I would, like, at least, like, maybe relocate.
Well, he does. He used to go to Europe, but then he's come back.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see.
The
But
thing
do you
is,
think he
his
was
boyfriend's
practicing in
here.
Europe?
Yeah, probably. I don't think he does anything except prosecute.
Right.
What do you reckon goes on in Europe that makes him keep coming back?
It's probably...
It's the yearning. It's the yearning.
It's the yearning.
It's the yearning. I also have a setting question for this. When does this game take place?
This takes place a couple of months after Trials and Tribulations.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the
Which
second
is that the
game.
third one?
No, the third one, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like a couple of months after the one we just finished.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because Maggie, who we'll get to later, does not mention her appearance in Trials and Tribulations at all.
No.
Good.
Well, one, good, but two, confusing. And this is a woman who loves to tell you her entire life story.
The thing is, nothing bad happened to her that day.
I guess that's true.
I don't think that is true. She got
Aside from
arrested for
being
murder.
accused
Jail
for
for a
murder
month.
again.
She was in prison
Yeah,
for a
she
month
was in
the
jail
one
for a
before.
month.
She did get literally found guilty of murder.
Only for a bit. She got better.
She got better.
In this case, they actually say, like, here's Maggie. She was involved in a murder case a couple of months ago. I think the problem is they only insinuate it was one, but she's actually been involved with two. And I think that's how they kept it vague enough that if you've not played one or other of the games, it's like,
Right.
it could be either or,
Yeah.
I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, they
it
always.
is weird.
It is fairly important that these games take place directly after the trilogy, and I will have more to say about that when we get to 2.
Oh, I'm sure.
and
Yeah.
and throughout. But
What sprite style did we pick?
HD.
I was on HD. I was watching a YouTube video, but yes.
Well, this is really interesting because this is like a departure from the first time this game was played on this podcast because the Investigations collection wasn't out.
yeah, I'm so excited
right?
for
Yeah.
when we play 2, because when we played it, there was no official localization,
Yeah.
so we were working off the fan localization. And I have many thoughts about this.
I
I
haven't
can't wait to hear
played the
them.
official one yet, so I'm so ready. I'm going to be so confused by the names.
I'm excited. I'm a little sad you can't just change sprites on the fly because I wanted to have a look at the pixel one. The like when you pick them at the beginning, the pixel sprite is so unflattering, and I'm sure it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah,
like,
he
in,
looks like a
like
ghoul.
media res,
He should look like a ghoul.
but
He should look like a ghoul, but like, I mean, he literally doesn't look like a human being.
He should literally not look like a human being.
I think they're mostly fine. The sprites. I really like Gumshoe's one because he's big. It was fun.
He's
They
so
both got
fucking
so
large.
They're so broad now.
A lot of the other ones just like remind me of like gacha games, which is something I'm gonna have to get past. But they're fine.
An Ace Attorney Gadget game would do gangbusters.
It would bankrupt at
You
least
have
exactly
we
two
have to
people.
snuff this thought out immediately. We cannot put this out into the world.
I feel like it would have already
I'm
been
gonna say it
considered
right
by
now.
this
I
point.
will not be covering the upcoming Ace Attorney gacha game.
Damn it, I will.
But we will be talking about Uma Musume.
Nope.
I think the reason the HD sprites have that gacha feel is because it seems like they're using a tweening animation style for them, and I don't know if that's consistent with the way that the pixel art would have been animated, because that's not really something you don't really tween pixel art.
Yeah.
It looks a bit weird in motion, but like the quality is consistent, and the individual sprites that they have for everything do look really nice. Edgeworth does have a giant head, but we forgive him for this.
Yeah. I don't. Sorry.
I think in every episode they should make it 5% bigger. His brain is growing with facts and logic.
It's true. Do we want to talk about Edgeworth's office? We
I
got
do.
everything. We've been
Welcome
playing
back
all
to
the
Edward's
hits.
office. It does have all the same shit that we talked about before.
It's literally just like I don't know why I didn't think about this, but there was a part of me that was like, did 1.5 happen before Investigations the first one came out, or after Investigations the first one came out? But like it's definitely before, right?
Yeah, because the prosecution trophy is there. The King of
King
Crimes.
of Prosecute.
The King of Crimes.
I was like, it can't just be called the King of Prosecutors. That has no like jazz to it.
Do you think they have jazz? Do you think that these people have jazz?
There's some jazzy tunes in this
They
game.
can't hear those.
Oh, there's some jazzy tunes.
Did prosecutors
can't
have
hear it.
swag
That's
or
so
class?
sad.
They have class.
This one
Depends on
has
the
class.
prosecutor.
This one does. I wasn't expecting them to just wholesale reuse the exact same office space from 1.5. I thought they'd do something a little different, because I did think that the way it looked in 1.5, I was fully thinking, like, oh, this is a location that's been set up this way to shove in as many, like, references to other things that have happened in previous games that were released before this episode was introduced.
Yeah, I thought there might be some more collectibles that Edgeworth had collected.
Yeah, he's got like a
little
miniature
cutting
version
from
of the
Charlie
bell from the
on
temple.
table.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's also got.
He's
like,
got one
a
of
samurai
Tequila's calling
poster.
cards.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He's got a little collection of calling cards now. That'd be really fun.
Yeah. He's got a Rolodex, but it's just the calling cards of every individual killer that he's arrested.
We need to bring back Rolodexes.
You could get a Rolodex.
They're fun to play with. I could put all of the business cards that I actually have in them. Not mine, other people's. It'd be really funny to have a Rolodex of your own business cards.
That's so Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah, it really is.
There is one tragic change to this office, which is that the chessboard has been knocked over.
The
Oh,
chessboard's
yeah.
been knocked
Yeah.
over.
We've lost the teacup as well. I actually don't
We can't-
understand how the teacup thing happened.
So this is a representation of the complete annihilation of... Well, what's basically happened is an abject display of homophobia.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
And also, more broadly, a strong reminder that Phoenix Wright is not the protagonist of this game.
I have a chess-related question. Why is the save icon for this game the knight?
Because that's the one that Edgeworth cut the Phoenix Wright hair into, and therefore that's the one that's always on his mind.
I see.
Oh,
Gross.
gang, I'm just... Oh, he's so in love. He's so obsessed.
I know we've got to start talking about what happens in the actual game, but I will say that it takes 16 minutes for him to start making veiled references to Phoenix Wright.
It's the context of
Even
it is so
after
fucking funny as
witnessing
well.
or being held up at gunpoint and then finding a dead body, he's still thinking about Phoenix Wright approximately every quarter of an hour.
So
Being held at
funny.
gunpoint is literally not even like a new concept to him, but being gay is.
You know what? That's true.
He's still figuring things out.
He's fine.
Okay, so dead body in the office. There's evidence. There's a really weirdly smooth evidence like gathering animation where it like flies away like it's almost like Kingdom Hearts-esque, like a Disney animation, right?
It's very whimsical.
Yeah, and that goes right into
As
your
murder investigations
your
usually
noggin,
are.
in your logic area.
I love my logic.
It goes into the logic center of your brain.
And very quickly we get a tutorial about making logical connections.
This tutorial is really funny to me because the way the game explains it is basically just in slightly fancier wording, Edgeworth saying, if I think about one thing while thinking about another thing, I might end up thinking about a new thing.
And you know what?
Oh my god,
He's right.
it's
He's
so
right.
funny.
Yeah,
Oh god.
he's
This is
right.
something
That
Phoenix
does
Wright has
happen.
never done.
Yeah, he's never been able to hold two thoughts at the same time. This is where Edgeworth has the upper hand.
Yeah, because on the other hand, you've got his detective, Dick Gumshoe, who's just like, I just find things. Even got lawyer Phoenix Wright, who's like, I just find things. Neither of them have
Look,
thoughts
sir,
about
I'm
the
just
things
you
after they
pay
find
me
them.
you pay me barely a salary to pick shit up off the ground.
He is essentially just Edgeworth's cleaner, and he does say this multiple times. It's just he's also cleaning
Yeah.
up crime scenes.
Only thing he knows how to do is
Giving
pick
his
shit up
little
off the ground.
trash treasures to Edgeworth.
Gumshoe's here, by the way. Gumshoe says, that's some beautiful logic, sir.
Beautiful logic. No one does it like you, Miles Edgeworth.
Gumshoe's got it bad. He needs
Yeah.
to not work for this man.
Alright, so what's around? We got a gun on the ground. There's a bullet hole in the frame of our jacket. Luckily, the jacket hasn't been damaged.
Do you think that's a metaphor? Despite
Books all
everything
over
that's
the
happened to
ground.
Miles Edgeworth, his sense of self has not been affected. But it's getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's cops here.
That's cops.
If you examine the chess set, Gumshoe asks Edgeworth if he could play chess with him. And Edgeworth actually, considers this, which I think is neat. And also an indication that Gumshoe is pining
bad.
really bad.
Can you teach a dog how
He's
to play
trying to fill
chess?
in the space that's been left behind by Phoenix Wright. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they eat the pieces when you're not looking, which is also what Phoenix Wright does. You know he ate
Oh,
the
I have
bishop.
a note. We have big sprites in this game also, for anyone not playing. And I like the big sprites. There's one where Edgeworth is thinking, and he looks like a Muppet. And I love it so
Here's the
much.
thing about big sprites is that now you can have two of them on the screen at the same time.
Oh my god.
my
It's
God.
great. I
so
love
fun.
this.
Great.
It's genuinely revolutionary to see how characters are reacting to one another. It's great. So Edgeworth has some really good sprites where he looks downright malicious, dastardly, and mischievous. I think he should always only look like that.
Yeah. God, it's really good. It's also
It's
like
really
the
good.
art style has changed so much since game one, where like all the line art is really chunky and everyone looks really like blocky, and like they've really just like made the whole art style a lot more like, I guess not necessarily generic, but a lot more like, I would call it elegant. There, I said it. The shading's really nice. They've softened it up a lot. It's great.
It's good. When you get to see any character that, for the first time, you're always like, wow, they actually look real nice, except for one guy who I hate the look of. We're about to get introduced to him imminently.
I knew it.
So
Uh,
Edgeworth is doing his examinations, and while he's looking over the dead body of Mr. Nice Goodly, what's his name?
Buddy Faith.
Funny Faith. Another man barges into the room, a man by the name of Jacques Portsman.
I've just realised something. I've just realised that his name is not Jack Sportsman, it's Jock Sportsman. Fuck.
yeah.
No,
I see.
it's Jacques Portsman. Jock S. Portsman. This guy, I don't like this guy, and I'll tell you why I don't like this guy. A, it's because I knew he did murder, because they tell you about it before the game starts. B, I hate his hair.
Yeah. Valid.
I really don't like his hair. I don't know how to describe what his hair looks like. It looks like someone dangled a bunch of knives over his head.
So his hair is like down, like, he's got longish hair. It goes down against, like, the shape of his head until he has, like, a really thin sweatband. And then these spikes protrude out and up from that point in, like, a kind of, like, a halo of spikes. And it makes no sense.
It's like, imagine if you took the hair of a character from Sonic the Hedgehog and just put it on, like, a normal-looking human being. It just wouldn't look right.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw someone with the Shadow the Hedgehog quills in real life as just their regular hair, you'd probably be like, I don't know if it's really supposed to do that.
I think it'd be sick as shit.
It would only be
I
sick
don't
as shit
like
if they
his
also had the
jacket.
jet boots. Fuck his jacket.
I don't know what his jacket is for. What is it nodding to? Like, what is this about? He just wears a jacket and spins around with it and then opens the lapel sometimes.
It's supposed to represent, like when people win at sports, they put on a jacket. Well, like, they don't
that
put
a
on a
thing?
jacket because they won. No, like you have a sports jacket. It's like your team jersey or whatever, and like it varies based on the sport. But like when you are done with the sport and you're up on the podium, you usually put your jacket back on because you're done with sports. Because he also does the thing where he like stretches his arms out either side and puffs his chest out like he should be being cheered, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
amplified
fine.
by the fact that he perpetually wears a fucking medal around his neck.
Yeah.
Because he's
really
the
into
king of
sports or something.
sports. Yeah, he's really into sports. He's really into
sports.
baseball, and maybe probably
Yeah,
that's it.
Basketball and
Oh yeah, basketball. I got the ball wrong.
I like to imagine that the jacket is like his one concession of being a prosecutor. Like he has just a jacket, but he's never comfortable in it.
it looks like a lab coat, which is why it throws me. I'm like, why does it look like a lab coat? He's not a scientist.
Speaking of concessions people take to being a prosecutor, how come when you examine Edgeworth's badge in his inventory, he says he has no intention of identifying as a prosecutor?
Weird.
Because he never wears it. He never wears his badge.
Is this like an allusion back to the letter where he says, like, prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death, where it's like, I just think that what people think this job isn't what I align with, but the job is what I need to do to find the truth, so I just still do the job, but I don't really identify with what that means to everyone else. It's bollocks, but maybe that's what he's on about.
On the wiki it says that he says, proof of my possession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket.
There's another line.
I actually just clicked on something and it took me to a page on the wiki that's just plastic bag, which is really funny.
I need to find this line now. What's the name of the wiki called?
Ace20.fandom.com. I think this line about keeping it in his pocket is really interesting because I think partly it's like just more of like a like not being showy about it in the way that Phoenix is, like it's that kind of joke. But I think it's interesting in this game, which is setting up some things about prosecution, kind of pulling up from, you know, Edgeworth's arc in the trilogy. He has proof of his profession, but he's keeping it in his pocket. And then we also have jock sportsman killing his partner because he's gonna do anything to win. And it's like, okay, well, I wonder what this game is setting up on regards around what prosecuting is and what people will go to in a way that, you know, reflects on what we've had with Edgeworth in the trilogy.
Yeah. They're not being very subtle about it, which
Chase attorney.
is fine.
It is.
The identification thing is kind of like, to me, it reads as like, doesn't want to publicly identify as a
I
prosecutor.
found the line. It's to where it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so.
Interesting.
But there's like if you go around with the prosecution badge on at all times, people are going to be like, they're going to mark you instantly, right? So maybe there's a benefit to not having it on all the time.
If you examine the back of the badge, he says each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back, humph numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. Which I just think is funny.
Edgeworth says some absolutely bizarre shit in this case. So I'm like, sir, have you met yourself? Like, Portsman says, like, something which is kind of like throwing Buddy under the bus or something like that. And Edgeworth's like, oh, sir, do you have no honour? And I'm like, you literally fuck Gumshoe over every single day forever. What are you talking about? Like, when Mike Meekins did something wrong, you immediately threw him under a bus. Like, what are you talking about? You have no honour.
No, he has honor now. He's found it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
This is
My
his
bad.
honorable arc.
while he spends most of this case being like either ignoring Gumshoe or just being so fucking passive aggressive towards him. I love him. I love this horrible man. So we investigate the corpse, and there's like some stuff to do with files.
Well, yeah, these files have a cool piece of evidence on them that we've never seen before. Someone's name written in blood.
Yeah, we're playing the hits.
It says Gumho.
Yeah.
Gumho! It means you like to take risks.
We then begin our first argument, right? Where we
Yeah.
zoom in on Edgeworth and Jacques having a conversation. And how do people feel about this?
Well, it's
It's just cross-examinations.
testimony. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But without the judge getting involved, which is fun.
That's true.
I do appreciate that it is only involving characters that are actually relevant to the conversation at hand.
But we do get interjections from other characters, right?
Yeah, but they're like participating in the argument.
Yeah, you're right.
This is when I realized that Portsman calls Funny Jim because he's his gym partner, which I think is
So awful.
also bad. And then he killed that guy. Now no one is going to spot you and the barbell is going to fall on your head.
Wait, he does also say that he's this like the third guy that he's been calling Jim, right?
This is the Jim the Third.
This guy sucks.
This guy does sucks.
We get good. There's good debate music. There's also really good music when you win the debate.
Oh, there's like slap bass in the music, which is really
Yeah.
fun. Hell yeah.
They did good work in this one.
Is this when the Phoenix illusion comes up and he says, "Oh, I found a contradiction," and then he says, "Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him."
Yeah, that is around where this comes up.
I took umbrage with this.
Oh,
Because his whole thing is like logic, right?
yeah.
And a contradiction is like the basis of logic, because that's how you eliminate things logically, is by finding a contradiction.
Okay, but what, you know how it is when like everything reminds you of something?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's that logic and contradictions go hand in hand, and he's the logic and he's the contradictions.
Oh, so true.
Also, Edgeworth has been a lawyer. Edgeworth has been a prosecutor for like years
Yeah.
more than Phoenix has. Like, he's been doing this so much longer, and he's just like, oh no, this man.
Oh, man.
I can't stop thinking about him. Dude, give him a kiss.
The contradictions line comes up when you are examining the jacket frame, because the contradiction is that there's a bullet hole in the jacket frame, but you know that the gun, through the power of the Nintendo DS, has only been fired a single time.
We haven't mentioned that the power of the Nintendo DS is back.
Mm-hmm.
I did miss
Oh,
it,
we
I've
can
got to
rotate
say.
3D models again. It's so
Oh,
good.
I love to snoop. So
I
much more
love
flavor
rotating.
text. I think one of the first things I knew about you, Ro, is that you really like things that rotate, because you sent a load of like rotating gifs or something, and it made me so
Here's the
happy.
thing, Devin, is before we started this episode, I was so badly trying to find the website that I have all of those from and use that as my thing to recommend for the day. And I can't find it right now, and it made me upset.
I'm really upset for you. That's not okay.
Food rotation. I found it. I found my food rotation. It's great because I can't rotate an apple in my mind. So I've got this for me to do the work.
I'm so glad we're friends. Gang, you're all great. Never change. I've been in such a mood all day. I'm healed.
I can't look at these. They're really high res. They're really good looking. I gotta up my sandwich game.
Why do I have this in my inspiration and references folder? I gotta say, this is pretty inspiring.
God.
420 individual gifts of food being rotated for your pleasure. This is a whole fruitcake platter.
For the audience, this is a Internet Archive gallery called Another Gallery of Rotating Food Gifts, implying that there is a different gallery of rotating food gifts out there. Why were we talking about this? Oh, the power of the
what was I
genius.
rotating? Fuck.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right. The power of the Nintendo DS.
The Nintendo DS is what.
God, I love our podcast. Can't wait to listen back to this.
Oh man.
We were talking about that because of the contradiction with the 2 bullets and the 1 bullet being shot from the gun, and Edgeworth is like, contradictions makes me think about my boyfriend.
The files are all on the floor. We put them back in order, and there's something weird about them because the bullet hole is on the ground, and that can't be right.
That can't be right, because you wouldn't shoot a guy on the ground.
Yeah. So I think there's something about how, like, Gumshoe reorganizes them in the way that he thinks they should be because of the numbers, but then it turns out that the order wasn't actually strictly numerical anyway. So they get moved up to the right place.
Whatever Edgeworth's like process is for sorting files in his office is so beyond me, and I hate him a little bit
from
for
the
it.
last person who worked in the office.
It says the white ones go where they are because they're different and special and important, and he rearranges them every day to just fuck with people.
No, this is like the 0 files, the special ones, and they go at the end, and that's why it's weird. But this is important for the sake of the case.
I imagine it's also going to be relevant later because obviously that missing file is going to be important.
Oh no!
What? No.
So
Not my DL6 incident.
We also interact with the safe as well, don't we?
yes.
And realize someone's opened it, but there's nothing in there, and then
Or
everyone else.
at least it's been wiped down as if someone has tried to access it and then covered up that they tried to access it. We do not know if it was actually accessed or not.
Edgeworth does say that at the current time, like, he keeps his most important evidence in there, but at the current time there was nothing stored in that safe.
Yeah, but we don't know if it was specifically cracked or not. But it seems like what has been done here is that it's been wiped down to seem like someone has tried to access it. Because we know as people who have gone through the case that what the person was actually after was files.
And then we gather that evidence, and this is when we end up in our kind of like argument with Portsman. And he initially like blames Gumshoe for being the only person who had the key at the time to be able to get into the office in the first place, and his name's on the files. I can't remember how we disprove that.
The way we disprove it is because if Gumshoe was the person who did this and then stole the file afterwards, he absolutely would have seen his name written on the files, because he takes one that has part of his name written on it, and that, like, why would you just leave the others?
So I fucked up here really bad. Can I talk about how I fucked up really bad? I love this is my favorite part of the podcast, is talking about how I fucked up really bad. So the reason I fucked up really bad is because what you're basically doing is Portsman is giving an entire testimony as to what he think happened. And that testimony is essentially Gumshoe, who has access to Edgeworth's office, came in, found Buddy snooping around, shot him, and then left. I don't think... are the files mentioned in that testimony? I think they are. But the thing is, this testimony he gives, or like this perspective that he gives, is so fucking fraught with holes that I didn't know which one I was trying to contradict. Because literally there are so many things wrong with it. Like, the main one that I picked up on is, one thing that you make note of is the gun that shot Buddy is, I was going to call him Friendly for some reason. The gun that shot Friendly is like a standard issue police revolver. And Gumshoe says, oh, those are standard issue. They're issued to everyone in the department. I never keep mine on me because I don't like using guns. But, like, the fact that the gun is a police weapon is literally never relevant at all in this part of the testimony. It's relevant a bit later. But, like, also just there are multiple things where it doesn't make sense for Gumshoe being there. And there are also multiple parts of the same testimony where it makes sense to prevent the missing file. Because, like, it doesn't make any sense for Gumshoe to grab a file that had his bloody name on it. Yeah, if Gumshoe shot the guy, why would he need to steal his gun? Because the idea is that there were two guns involved in this incident, because only one round was fired with a revolver and then another round was used to shoot at Edgeworth's coat. If Gumshoe killed a guy to steal a file, why was the safe almost broken into two? If Gumshoe didn't notice the letters on the shelf, how did the victim who is dead manage to write the letters in blood after a file was stolen? If the body was moved before the writing was done, how did the victim manage to roll over and scroll Gumshoe's name without him noticing? But, like, there's so many little inaccuracies and discrepancies with the testimony that I just didn't know what I was trying to pick apart. And I ended up losing almost 2 entire health bars because of that.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, health bars in this game are way more generous than they are in the first Ace Attorney. I think, because in that one you get, 6 lives?
There are like 10 pips, but they don't always take 1.
Yeah, they usually take 2. So it's
That
like,
might be
it's
12.
10 pips,
I don't
but
remember.
like, you very rarely just lose 1. I don't remember. But in this, you can make so many errors, and it's not, and there's no increments on the health bar, and I assume that's for the same reason that, like, certain things are gonna cost more health than other things. But because this is the first case, they're very generous, so you can literally fuck up like 25 times before you lose. And I did, because I was just like, fuck, man, your testimony sucks, but apparently I'm the worst prosecutor in the world.
Well, it's fine, you're not in court yet. You're only a bad prosecutor if you're bad at arguing in
I
court.
overlooked something very important, which is that when you find a contradiction in an argument, it's not court, so you don't yell objection. You yell Eureka.
Oh,
It's not necessarily in an argument
he's
either.
such a nerd.
He's such a fucking
He's
nerd.
that small boy wearing a bow tie, and I love him.
He
He's
has
so
literally
mean and
never
he's so
sounded more
ridiculous.
gay in his entire life than when he yells Eureka.
There's a line in this where he says, I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. And I was like, God, this writing's really stilted and weird.
Fucking
And I'm
dork.
like, no, this is just Edgeworth.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's
just a
fine.
dork.
I love him.
We get Gumshoe off the hook, but Portsman has an ace up his sleeve. And by that, I mean the only other person in the building, apparently, to push blame on is none other
Phoenix right of him.
than former police officer Maggie Bird.
Woo!
I
We're
don't
playing
think
the
that
hits,
was your
gang.
reaction, right? I
Favourite
think you're
returning
lying.
character.
It was, you're right, it was not my reaction. I am lying. Here's the thing. Out of all the characters that could have returned from Ace Attorney, I think Maggie is, like, middle of the list. Of all the characters that I would want to see. Because you've got characters near the top, like Francesca and Ron and Desiree, and I don't know, I wouldn't really bat an eye at Will Powers coming back. I wouldn't really care, but I'd be like, hey man, what's good? You and me can hang out. Maggie is like just below that, where it's like, oh man, I know that, like, you were a cop, which is already putting you in my bad books. And you also have, like, weird relationships with other characters in this series. But, man, there is something just, like, very charming about her
Here's something that I'll say that
happy-go-lucky
surprised
attitude
me,
towards everything.
is that Gumshoe doesn't say anything extremely fucked up in this game, in this case.
Yeah, which is weird, right? Like,
Yeah, we're okay with this. Maybe people have learned that what was going on there was bad.
Do you think that statement is gonna hold up through the whole of the rest of these two
I
games?
doubt it.
Oh man, are you implying that Maggie Bird is going to be like a regular returning character for every episode that we
No,
play
we're
from
talking
here
about
on out?
the general, some would say wokeness.
Oh, absolutely not. No, do we think this game is going to go woke? That's a tough question.
Here's a random fact that I have to share. Shu Takumi was not involved in this
Really?
game.
Interesting.
It says no direct involvement.
Interesting.
That's why this game feels a little bit like fan service at times.
No, it's because they made it for me. That's why it feels like that.
There is like a
They made
bit
it for
early
me
on
when I
in
was
this
18.
where someone mentions earthquakes at some point, and I can't remember what Edgeworth says exactly, but he very much has a reaction that's just like, did you just say earthquakes? I'm scared of earthquakes. And I was just like,
Oh,
oh, cool.
God.
I'm glad we're getting all of your different character traits out there in the open, so that everyone who has no idea who Miles Edgeworth is has like a little dossier that they can keep of every key facet of his character.
Yeah.
Did you know that the latest thing that Shu Takumi did was be the quest writer on Monster Hunter Riders?
Yeah, okay. I mean, they've already had crossovers, right? And man, I don't know. I don't want to know what that guy's gonna do to a T-Rex.
Put him in an elevator.
Sarah, what's your favorite Monster Hunter monster?
Anjanath.
Oh yeah, of course it's Anjanath. Wait, Fulgur Anjanath or regular Anjanath?
Regular.
Regular Anjanath. Mine's Namiel.
It's pretty good.
I don't know what Shutakumi's favorite Monster Hunter monster is.
We should ask.
I love this podcast.
We should ask. It's probably one from G4, I imagine.
Sorry, I googled Shutakami favorite monster to see if someone had asked me this in an interview, and I found something else. Something very bad.
Did you not qualify that statement with from the video game Monster Hunter?
No, because I thought it would be funny if he had talked about some other kind of monster.
Like the Frankenstein.
The episode is one of Shutakami's favorites in the series. He has described it as basically perfect in the sense of being able to develop the plot smoothly, getting the final product in line with what he had initially imagined.
So scared.
Which case do you think this is about?
It's either Big Top
I think this is
or-
absolutely about... No, I don't think it's Big Top. I
3-3.
think it's the other one. I think it's the French one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 3-3.
It's still about Big Top.
Yes.
No!
No way! Yes! Okay.
God.
Shutakami winning
God.
moments. Fuck yeah.
What the fuck?
Nah, he's right.
I had crystallized in my mind the case where 3 people are in love with a 16-year-old.
This is the perfect way to advance a plot. You
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's about advancing Francesca and Edgeworth, and that's it. Those are the only important bits. He was just like, I had to have some other weird fuck shit going on in the background to make sure that everyone got the pieces aligned.
This actual interview says, it's vying for first or second place of my own personal favourites in the series. Brackets, there is only one part where my own abilities weren't enough. But it doesn't say what that part was.
What? What do you mean, sir? I'm so excited for the HD re-release of Turnabout Big Top. I think his final thing was to have Maximilian Galactica's performance be something a bit more spectacular than him just flying around.
Oh my god. Okay, there's a quote on the wiki, which I didn't read to you. I have to scroll all the way back up to the top
So
so I can read
scared.
to you in context.
I'm terrified right now, Jay.
He has also said that he felt sad to the point of tears while writing the episode. And I thought, yeah, okay. He's really, like, into his own bullshit about, you know, the whole thing with
Look, Mo the
Acrobat
Clown
and, like,
story
whatever.
just breaks me every time.
I like people who can pour their all into one thing, believing in one's path, going all the way to the end, and then die. That's awesome! I hadn't read that properly before I read it out loud.
What?
However, an almost painful purity can also seem sometimes ridiculous, and precisely Mo's way of life. The dried up old gags he uses
Oh my
and the
God.
many objects lying around in his room. As I wrote the scenario, I felt sad for a reason, and tears appeared in my eyes.
So true.
What the fuck?
So fucking real. Like, he was thinking to himself at the time, is like, I didn't think I could write a man with a more divorced energy than Detective Gumshoe, and I've done it. I've done it again. Shutakami,
Is
mad
this the
genius.
first time we've gotten like an actual quote from
I
like,
think so.
and it's the one he didn't even do.
He does a lot of interviews. Shutakami is the thing. I just don't read them.
Oh, well, it could be a fun segment.
And
going
why
forward.
would you?
Every time I'll come up with something more and more fucked up that Shutakami has said in an interview.
Well, we've started strong, so good luck.
I'm
It's
sure
gonna be
the
hard to
well is
beat
deep
that
and
one.
plentiful.
Alright, we gotta finish talking about Miles Edgeworth.
Can we talk about Maggie's outfit? She's got a big collar
Oh,
He's got a big
it's
collar.
fun.
It's like a tracksuit jacket.
with feathers on it for some reason.
I like her hair in this. It's really cute. I want my hair to be like that.
It is cute. Her whole design in general is very cute in this. It's really good. It's a lot more toned down. I much prefer that she no longer has bird feathers glued all the fuck over her entire outfit, and rather she just has some some nice ones tactfully placed on like either side of the collar of her jacket. It looks much better and more like they're supposed to be there.
She does have a blue badger shirt.
She does have a blue badger shirt, which is a choice. I mean, I feel like we've literally made jokes in the past about the scary concept of a mascot for a police precinct becoming merchandisable. And here we are. And the thing is, it is, and you can buy a Blue Badger shirt in real life, but thankfully these police aren't real.
I sadly have not bought a Blue Badger anything, but
You don't need to.
I hate that he's corrupted. And I won't, but I think about it. Yeah, so this is the point where we meet Maggie, and she's accused of being the killer. Not really clear why. Is she stealing from Edgeworth? Hard to say. She's got the master key, so she can break into the office, so she's kind of the only person left to accuse.
Her argument is that the master key was stolen.
We don't really manage to rebut his points.
And he's like,
Yeah.
not good enough, get out. Get out of your office.
My office now.
And thankfully, this works out perfectly because we find all the evidence we need to be like, this guy sucks. We find some files under a bench, which Gumshoe says he sometimes sleeps on.
Find a
There's
basketball
a
hoop.
big basketball hoop that has been moved slightly.
Strange.
There's some door handles that we can look at and get other people to test if they've got fingerprints on. I'm like, where is the power of the Nintendo DS? I want to do that.
True.
Yeah, we don't have the fancy powder.
The corridor has been cordoned off by the police, and there's a gentleman off to the side who is recognizable to us.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It's our main man, Winston Payne.
My man. My man. My dog. My big dog.
If there's anything I can do to help, do not hesitate to let me know. To which Edgeworth is like,
My door is always open, buddy.
I don't
You
remember
can
who
come
this
to
is.
me anytime, man. I am always happy to lend a helping hand. I'm Winston Payne, and I'm the nicest guy you're ever gonna meet.
Doesn't say his
And when
name
you're
would
on
have
my
helped a
side,
lot in
I am
this
like an
situation.
angel, but you cross me. Here's the thing, Hera, like, the way that this is delivered, if this were a different kind of game, I could fully imagine a scenario where you're walking around, like, a populated town area and all the NPCs are in the background, and just one of the templates that they have for those NPCs is just Winston Payne, and you see, like, 6 of him walking around.
Edgeworth says, who is this guy again, while bowing to Winston. It's really funny.
He's on his bullshit.
Well, he's nicer now, because in the past, he would just legitimately have
Yeah.
ignored him. This is him in his good boy era.
Yeah.
He's nice,
Anyway, thank you Capcom for giving the Winston fans the representation they really deserve.
Thank you, Capcom.
So glad
Another
to
thing
see
is,
him again.
you mentioned, someone else mentions him. I can't remember if it's Gumshoe or Maggie.
It's Gumshoe. It's while you're looking at the office door, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Gumshoe mentions him. I can't remember what he says exactly. And Edgeworth, in response to hearing his name for the first time, is like, oh, yeah, that guy. Isn't he like a janitor or something? Which I think is also very funny.
Oh, just one thing that when Portsman accuses Maggie of like being the killer, Edgeworth literally says, "I will solve your case and prove your innocence." Sorry, you are what? This is the game where we still play a defense attorney.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, what we're actually playing is an
Love that.
investigator.
He doesn't want to identify as a prosecutor. Yes. We are the cops.
Oops.
Oops. We know it was going to come to this.
We're about at the point where I write down in my notes, do we actually go to court in these games?
Do we?
I don't know. I don't know, because like all of the functionality of the courtroom has been moved into the hallways and shit. And it's called investigations, right?
Edgeworth could argue in any room.
Yeah.
Edgeworth can't argue in any
Interesting.
room, that's true.
This man is ready to fight
Structural
anyone.
change. Well, I guess we'll see if we go to court in future cases, but in the one that establishes like the core mechanics of the video game, you do not go to court.
Yeah, because you're not a prosecutor anymore.
If he's not a prosecutor, why is he going to his prosecutor office?
He's got to pack his things away. He's got to leave a note that says he's gonna kill himself or whatever. Again.
Oh God, Edgeworth, hun, please learn how to communicate properly.
Speaking of notes, there's one on the Portsman's door.
Huh.
From our
You
good
probably
friend
read it and
Buddy
put it on the
Faith,
floor.
and it says, I have the 3 pieces of evidence. Where the hell are you?
Where is he?
This tells us many things. There are 3 pieces of evidence.
3 little guys.
There are 3 special little guys that were hunted down by a man moments before he was assassinated in cold blood by the guy that he was collecting 3 special little guys for.
One thing that's nice in this game is that you get a little heal when you finish investigating. It feels a bit cleaner than it was in the Estonia games.
Yeah, it feels good.
I love
I
health.
love health and being healed.
Stay healthy.
Does anyone have any more notes about being outside in this corridor?
Well, when we find that file, there's one sheet missing, and Edgeworth says ominously, "Oh, it's to do with the case from 10 years ago." Surely this will not be relevant later.
He mentions
We're
that
back on our bullshit.
he is keeping these files that were from the previous high prosecutor from this office, which is presumably Manfred, right?
It's either Manfred or Lana. Yeah.
It wouldn't be Lana because it was 10 years ago.
Well, previous high prosecutor, and we know that Lana was a high prosecutor.
Unless she has files relating to not cases that she oversaw.
Possibly, yeah. If there could be cases that continued to be held over from Von Karma's era as high prosecutor. I mean, we don't even know if Von Karma ever was high prosecutor because he spent a lot of his prosecution career in Europe.
I guess.
But we know
looking
for
up the
certain that
files
Lana was a high
for someone.
prosecutor. We are taking care of someone's files.
But I guess what I'm getting at is that if the case was from 10 years ago, then it probably didn't involve Lana. Because she's too...
Probably
is
not.
she-
I
is she
don't know.
like
when
30?
Well, we know she was a detective.
When did the
before
Joe
she was a
Dark
prosecutor
killings
as well.
happen?
Yeah. That would have been
That's true.
at this
Yeah.
point about 10 years ago.
Ah, waka waka. I figured out all of the secrets.
Interesting.
This is about Joe Dork.
Well, we've got all this evidence from the corridor, and we go back and we talk to Jack again.
Before you enter the room, Edgeworth says, "Come what may, it's time to knock on Truth's door."
And then he
Which is
opens his
normal.
own door. Interesting.
Entering his own office. Yeah. I like the bit in this where they have a custom animation for one of the police inspectors throwing something at Portsman and then Portsman
yeah.
throwing it to Edgeworth.
Portsman has rapport with the police.
That's not something you would have ever gotten in the other games. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
They
He's a guy
like
you
him.
could really play ball with.
Edgeworth says, "Please calm down, for I am going to reveal the one who is truly covered in slime here."
Very good line. The thing I like about this is we've got all the evidence we need. We've made all our logical connections and we can really, just counter everything that's thrown at us. So what you have is a really easy and straightforward dismantling of Portsman's entire defense, because the setup is that Maggie left the master key on a counter while she was sorting out something. It was swiped by someone. And this is the twist in the narrative, is Edgeworth comes to the conclusion that there are actually 2 people who broke into this office on night. One of them came in and tried to break into the safe and stole the file. No, because that happened after.
No, the second thief stole the files from the file that we found. The person who broke
because
in
of the blood.
first was Portsman, and he breaks in by moving around the corridor. This is a really
Doing
funny
the old
thing
switcheroo.
to do.
It is pretty funny.
Moved his basketball hoop over to Edgeworth's door and switched the numbers around in the plates on the door.
It's really funny because everyone talks about, oh yeah, I know where Portsman's office is because he always has a big basketball hoop outside it for the hall that the prosecutor's working that he plays basketball at. And also, if it wasn't there, I'd know because of the numbers that you can easily switch around between the different rooms. But who would do that? Because these are people of law. Then you find out that both of those things have been switched just by intuiting that. And then Portsman just straight up says okay, cool. You literally can't prove any of this, which I always appreciate when they do that. Because he's right. All of this is entirely circumstantial, and you couldn't, use this as justifiable evidence in a court of law because you can't immediately tie it back to him. But the thing is, you literally have so much evidence towards him that it removes any possibility of anything else possibly happening than what did happen. And that's why Edgeworth's whole thing is facts and logic. He does the INTJ pose. He says, maybe do a little better at murder next time. And, yeah. We did really good. And then it turns out that the person that Edgeworth bumped into at the start of this case was not Portsman, who murdered the guy, but was actually famed thief, the 3-legged raven Yetagarasu, which is a very cool name.
I gotta say, Maggie did fuck up catastrophically and let 2 people break into Edgeworth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She has terrible luck. This is her whole thing.
She is potentially worse than Larry.
Here's the thing, like, no matter what job she does, someone is going to get murdered at that job. It is literally unavoidable for her at this point. She tried not working in security or crime, and someone still died. The funny thing about this, to me, is there's a line that Edgeworth says, where he says, "The person who held me at gunpoint was just your average thief." And then I said, wow, I didn't realize it was Chekhov's gun that he had to your back. Because it's so obvious that this is going to be a lead-in for everything else that goes on in the rest of this case.
Thing about us
And
is
I'm
we
very
love
excited
Chekhov's
for it.
gun.
We love Chekhov.
Chekhov is the secret 5th member of this podcast.
And then because we got him on his back foot, Portsman does his breakdown animation. How did you guys like Portsman's breakdown animation?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I have no strong
Could have been a
feelings about it.
little more dramatic.
But it is case 1. It was going to be...
I knew he was gonna bite in the metal. I thought I wanted it to shatter. I didn't want him to eat it.
It was funny. It made me chuckle. He chewed on that thing. He swallowed that whole. He has this animation whenever you've got him on the back foot of him putting his metal in his mouth and clenching his teeth down on it to show that he's stressed. And then when you finally get him, he just eats the whole thing. He like gnaws through it like a little rodent.
Can we talk about the music that plays
And then he
during
tells you about
argument?
the prosecution crime syndicate.
Is it? It's like it's very upbeat. It's like I mean I don't know if it
you're
is
winning.
Eurobeat. I don't know what Eurobeat really is. But my understanding of what Eurobeat is, it sounds like it.
It sounds like DJ Crazy Times. It sounds like Initial D. Just think somewhere between those two thoughts.
Well, you played it. Did it sound like that to you?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay, I'm becoming the authority on Eurobeat. Please don't at me.
Okay.
This is it. It's very strange.
We found it and it's here.
Maltedrith invented Eurobeat.
Oh, that's why he keeps going back to Europe.
Yeah.
Right. It's music that says we've fucking got this guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we're chasing him down.
It's music
It's
that
only a
says
matter
we
of
like to
time.
party.
Oh, Dead or Alive, a Eurobeat? Okay, interesting. This makes sense to me now.
Wait, who?
Dead or Alive. To call back to the beginning of this episode, or the middle of this episode, you spin me right round. We do love
Oh,
things
right.
that rotate.
Mm.
We do have things that rotate, yes!
All along.
The mystery at the end is delivered a little bit clunkily, I'll say. They just had to get it out and be like, okay, come back next week.
Gladly.
Oh, why do you want to come back
Sure.
next week so much, Ro?
So at the end of every case in an Ace Attorney video game, they gave us a little preview with a little poster of who that character is. And what they've done in this game is instead of it being a poster of all the characters, they just give you a poster with a silhouette of one character. Now here's the thing. Even if that character has a whole new design, I don't think there's any denying that you can't hide what a whip looks like in a silhouette.
You can't hide those sleeves.
You cannot hide those sleeves and those big puffy shoulders and also the hair. Because you know for certain that in episode 2, you are going to be reintroduced to one of the best weird girls of all time, Francesca von Karma.
Hell yeah.
And I'm very excited for that.
My weird
God, I hope
girl.
they do her right.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how
Let's find out next week.
they develop the structures that they've built in this first case. I'm curious to see what this game looks like with longer cases.
I was honestly surprised that this one was as long as it was, but it's mostly just because there's a lot of talking in it.
It is quite long, that's true.
For like a very first case, yeah.
I'm also excited to see what sets we're going to go to now that we can walk around. I do think it's very funny that in this one, Portsman is in literally the office next door. There's just something that tickles me about that. They really had to like be efficient about this set. They didn't want to make the corridor any longer than it had to be.
That's
They
why the
didn't
rest of
want
it's
him to have
cordoned
to
off with
carry
police
a
tape.
basketball hoop the entire
Those things are
way down.
heavy.
They're so heavy, and he might be a sportsman, but you know.
You still got to look after your back. Are we doing ratings now?
I don't mind going first. I'm going for Atomic this time round because Brutal seems too unkind. But I think this case is fine. Like, it starts us off We learned some things. I don't remember anything from the actual mystery without Wikipedia helping me. But Edgeworth was there, which is pretty atomic to me.
I believe that I first played these two games when I was like 17, 18, because Devin and I were already good friends. And we went through a period of being obsessed with these two
That is
games
true.
specifically after becoming friends based on the trilogy. And I remember this very clearly. And I think that, well, I know we were in college because I remember various ephemera around it. Shut up. And I think that's the key. I think that you have to, we've already been through this, play the trilogy when your brain is forming and, you know, it's the peak time of becoming obsessed with something. And then you have to have a couple years break, and then you have to come to this, and, like, it's a new obsession, but you're a bit older, but you're like, wow, it's happening all over again. It's the sequel. Wow. Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
go, it's for me.
This was a green for me. I like the new systems. The thing I really like about the logic system is that if you come by like revelations in real time as opposed to Phoenix being like, I've solved it now. You will hear about this in 3 to 5 business days. It feels like we're there
that's really
alongside Edgeworth more. It's great. So I like these new systems. They're fun, and I'm excited to see what comes next. The actual mystery wasn't much, but you know, it's case 1.
Doesn't have to be much for case 1. I also had a really good time with this. Honestly, like, I've never really understood what the general reception has been to the investigations games. I've heard that people like the first one, I've heard that people don't. I've heard that the second one is usually considered a lot better, but considering how this one handled its onboarding, I thought this was a really good time. Like, there was that one bit that I got really stuck, but to be honest, in the grand scheme of things, and considering how I've gotten stuck on things before, it didn't really bother me that much. Like, the investigation was solid, the writing was thankfully spared of a lot of the worst parts of the original trilogy, which I appreciate. And in general, it feels really good to play a game with similar, like, themes and processes, but is mechanically different enough that it feels very, very fresh. So I think because of that, I'm definitely giving this case a red.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is evil.
Wait. Wait, what?
Whatever.
Oh god.
This is going to be a fun bit for you to keep up for 4 more cases, and I wish you luck with that.
I would... Do you... Hera, do you believe I haven't been thinking about this non-stop since we finished the Ace Attorney trilogy?
Yeah, of course. But time makes fools of us all, and I think it will be some of us more than others. That's all I'd say.
I haven't even gotten to the more nuanced time rating scale yet.
Oh god.
We did hours on a 24-hour clock, but there are so many more ways to perceive the majesty of time. Fuck you. I'm rating this episode the Precambrian era.
Do you know what? I want to change my rating.
Okay, yeah.
I want to stay in line with what I said at the beginning of my notes of this case, which is that this game is perfect, and I will not hear anything bad against it. This case was Smokin' Six style. It was fucking immaculate. It was Edgeworth all the way down, baby.
Yeah.
This is the best fucking case.
I love your enthusiasm so much.
Fuck yes.
I'm so revved.
I'm so excited to have this energy accompanying us for every single one of these future episodes, Devin. It's really great.
That's my rating system. This game is perfect.
I'm rating this one a rotating gummy bear.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That's correct. Also,
My favorite one is the cyberpunk taco I love that thing.
Alright, drive safe.
That's it. It's closed.
God.
The door gets slammed in your face.
Rotating.
Fuck you. Keep rotating. Keep on spinning.
Keep rotating.
Keep on
It's
spinning.
pretty good, except it requires me to leave in the 6 minutes of bullshit in the middle of this episode.
please do.
Think about spinning like the wheels of the car as you drive safe.
Like the wheels of the haunted bus.
Like the wheels of the haunted bus destined to kill her on this podcast as you drive safe while you keep on spinning.
I'm gonna stop recording.